Welcome back to Brick City, your place to come for all things MMA, BKFC, and tennis. Apparently, I am pretty good at the tennis picks. Bit bored, bit of a slow week this week, so just wanted to make some content just about the tennis. To be honest, so we do have a Masters 1000 coming up in Beijing. So got the draw in front of me. I'm going to go through some matchups there. This tournament here, I think, is going to be pretty paint by numbers. It's going to be very predictable, I think, just going off of the draw. Looking at Sinner, the main two people are always, Sinner and Alcaraz, if Djokovic isn't playing, which he isn't. Medvedev seems to be struggling with form at the moment. He lost two of his matches and won one at Laver Cup, with Alcaraz sort of carrying that team to victory at the end there. That was a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be. I wish I had done some picks there. I thought that Team Europe was going to dog walk Team World, to be honest, but it ended up coming down to the wire really with that one. Anyway, we move on. Beijing 2024. The probably the penultimate tournament of the Asia swing. Pardon me. Okay, so looking at the draw here, Sinner, in my opinion, like I mentioned, this should be very easy to call. Sinner and Alcaraz should both sleepwalk their way to the final. There's not really anyone that's going to challenge either of them on either side of the draw. Sinner's first round is against Jarry. That'll be straight sets. Then he's going to have Leonardo Struff or Stan Wawrinka. That'll be another straight sets for him. And then his quarterfinal is probably going to be Grigor Dimitrov. Dimitrov struggles against Sinner, especially on hard courts. He struggles with Sinner's weight of shot. And Sinner's in form. He's just won the US Open. Dimitrov is also in form, but he does sort of struggle. Like Dimitrov is, I love his career resurgence currently, but he is one of those players that does have dips in form. He did, I think he lost his match that he played at the Laver Cup. Let me just quickly look that up there for you. Pardon me, he won his match. He beat Alejandro Tabilo 7-6, 7-6. And again, that was two tiebreakers against, lesser competition. He he withdrew from the US Open with an injury as well. I don't expect him to really put up much opposition against Sinner. Sinner should honestly, he's going to have Rublev or Musetti in his semi-final. More than likely. That's if Rublev doesn't have a meltdown and lose to Carino Busta or Musetti. You know what? I'm going to call it. I think Rublev and Musetti will make the quarters, and I think Musetti will probably beat Rublev. And then you'll have Sinner beating Musetti. I don't think Sinner's going to drop it. Quote this: Sinner will not drop a set on the way to the final of Beijing. Then we've got the other side of the draw. Like I mentioned, it's Alcaraz all day again. So he's got Pericard in the first round. Again, easy matchup for him. Then he'll have either Grigspor or Kekmanovic. Again, easy victory. Kachanov or Serendolo will probably be his quarterfinal. Kachanov is not in form. He's dropped out of the top 20. Alcaraz himself isn't necessarily in the best form. He did recapture a bit of his form in the Laver Cup. But again, little to no resistance from anyone all the way up to the semi. And his semi is either going to be Bublik or Medvedev. Probably Medvedev. He dominates Medvedev more often or not. And it does just set up Sinner versus Alcaraz. And I think Sinner beats him. I think Sinner's just the man that's in form. He's the world number one. Won the most recent US Open. Again, Alcaraz has been having those. It's really weird. I didn't think that he'd have such big lapses in, like I thought his mental fortitude was rock solid. But for whatever reason, he's just been struggling a little bit lately. I think this is the perfect tournament to play himself into form. He's facing the right opposition that can, but probably won't put up much resistance to him, and I think he'll just play himself into form as we look forward to another clash between him and Sinner, which I think is like I called this last year at the US Open when they played. Sinner versus Alcaraz is this generation's Federer Nadal. Their matches are always brilliant. They're always close for the most part. Yeah, and it should be great. I might do some more. Oh, fuck it. I'll just do some quick picks now. Sinner versus Jarry. Give me Sinner. Struff and Wawrinka. I'll take Wawrinka. Lehecka Martinez. Give me Lehecka. Dimitrov's playing a qualifier. Give me Dimitrov. Rublev Carino Buster. I'll take Rublev. Davidovich Fokina versus Zhang. Give me Zhang just because it's, that's the Asian swing, home crowd. Shang versus Yu Chao Gote. I can't even say that. Just give me the other guy. Shang Tsung. Give me Shang. He'll play Musetti in the second round for that side of the bracket. Give me Bublik over Kaboli. Morosian over Zhu. Sanigo over Manarino. Medvedev over Monfils. Kachanov over the qualifier. Cerundolo over the qualifier. Give me Kekmanovic over Greek Spore, and then Alcaraz over Pesci Pericard. Next round, so give me Sinner over Wawrinka, Dimitrov over Lehecka, give me Rublev over Zhang, give me Musetti over Shang. Then I'm going to take Bublik over Morozin, and I'm going to take Medvedev over Sanigo. Then I'm going to take Kachanov over Cerundolo, and I'm going to take Alcaraz over Kesmanovic. Then I'm going to have Sinner over Dimitrov, Musetti over Rublev, Medvedev over Bublik, and Alcaraz over Kachanov. Then I'm going to have Sinner over Musetti, and then I'm going to have Alcaraz over Medvedev, and then I'm going to have Sinner to win the whole tournament. And I think Sinner's going to win the entire tournament without dropping a set. I'm going to call that there as my major prediction. So, yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Make sure to come back and tag this video and tell me how wrong I am and argue with me all you like in the comments. I am very responsive to comments, likes, and people that engage with the channel. I just love to chat about these sports. So keep tuned. I'm going to be doing I'll be doing some UFC picks, and I might make a few shorts as well, just detailing, a little bit more detail some of these picks as the tournament's going on. Thanks for tuning in.